Durant ces dernières années, les relations entre l'Amérique et la Russie se sont refroidies. C'est le temps de la guerre froide. L'Europe de l'Est est devenue pro-soviétique et les Américains traquent les communistes partout, y compris à Hollywood.
Le communisme se combat même sur les plateaux de cinéma. En octobre 1947, la Commission des activités anti-américaines prend Hollywood comme cible. Elle veut combattre l'influence des Rouges dans les bobines. C'est également pour elle l'occasion de profiter de la gloire des stars.
C'est une commission qui était chargée de faire des investigations partout aux États-Unis. Ils l'ont fait dans le monde scientifique, dans l'éducation, mais évidemment, ils ont été attirés par Hollywood parce que Hollywood leur permettait d'avoir la première page des journaux. C'était tout de suite plus spectaculaire d'aller du côté d'Hollywood que d'aller dans une université ou dans un laboratoire.
Annonçant l'ouverture des séances de la commission, le président Thomas J. Parnell du New Jersey explique l'enquête sur une éventuelle infiltration communiste à Hollywood. La commission essaiera de déterminer si les membres du Parti communiste ont diffusé leur propagande subversive dans les films. Le discours d'ouverture de M. Parnell témoigne de son impartialité.
I want to emphasize at the outset of these hearings that the fact that the Committee on Un-American Activities is investigating alleged communist influence and infiltration in the moving picture industry must not be considered or interpreted as an attack on the industry itself.
Speaking for the films,
Eric Johnston, président de l'Académie du cinéma, parle franchement de l'attitude des producteurs.
We're not responsible for the political or economic ideas of any individual, but we are responsible for what goes on the screen. We guard that with great care. If communists have attempted to inject their propaganda into the motion picture, they have failed miserably. We will never permit them to succeed.
Meeting will come to order.
Une longue liste de témoins essentiels venus de l'industrie cinématographique se succèdent devant la commission.
It is a privilege to appear again before this committee to help as much as I can in facilitating its work. I am happy to speak openly and honestly in an inquiry which has for its purpose the reaffirmation of American ideals and democratic processes. My brothers and I will be happy to subscribe generously to a pest removal fund. We are willing to establish such a fund to ship to Russia the people who don't like our American system of government and prefer the communistic system to ours.
We have sold them some films a good many years ago. They bought the Three Little Pigs and used it through Russia. I think they ran a lot of them in Russia, but then turned around and turned them back to us and said they didn't want them. They didn't suit their purposes.
Have you any suggestions to offer as to how the industry can be helped in fighting this menace?
Well, I think there's a good start toward it. I know that I've been handicapped out there in fighting it because they've been hiding behind the labor setup. So that if you try to get rid of them, they'd make a labor case out of it. And I think if they can clean them out of the labor unions and get our unions, I believe in the American way of labor unions, and to keep them clean, we got to fight for it.
Une vigoureuse défense d'Hollywood est venue du dirigeant du syndicat des acteurs, Ronald Reagan.
There has been a small group within the Screen Actors Guild which has consistently opposed the policy of the Guild board and officers or the Guild itself as evidenced by the vote on various issues. That small clique has been referred to, has been discussed as more or less following the tactics that we associate with the Communist Party. I do not believe that the communist has ever at any time been able to use the motion picture screen as a sounding board for his philosophy or ideology. I think that that will continue as long as the people in Hollywood continue the way they are, which is alert, conscious of this, and fighting it.
You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do. I must confess that I objected strenuously to doing Song of Russia at the time it was made. When the script was first given me, I felt that it definitely contained communist propaganda and objected to it upon that basis. And I must admit that a great deal of the things to which I objected were eliminated. And I did Song of Russia. I should have been made. I don't think it would be made now. I think in the past 4 or 5 years specifically, I've seen more indications which seem to me to be signs of communist activity in Hollywood and the motion picture industry. It seems to me that at meetings, especially meetings of the general membership of the Guild, there's always a certain group of actors and actresses whose every action would indicate to me that if they're not communists, they're working awfully hard to be one. I don't know.
Would you name those for the committee, please?
Well, the one chap I'm thinking of currently is Mr. Howard De Silva. Always seems to have something to say at the wrong time. Miss Karen Morley also usually appears at the Guild meetings.
That's K-A-R-E-N-M-O-R-L-E-Y?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas, gentlemen.
The reason that a cause is so important